guys, it's me, Evelyn here on Ironic Exclusive, and I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial, beginners, on how to make a poster in Photoshop. Now, if you are new or not advanced in Photoshop as, say, others are, I'm going to try to do a simple poster for beginners. So, of course, when you're in Photoshop, you're going to go ahead and go to File in the upper left corner and click New for a new document, or Control N or Command N on your computer to open a new document. Now I'm going to name my file right off the bat, so I'm going to go New Poster. And then here the width, I always make my width 500 pixels and my height 600 pixels. Now the width is the wideness of your poster. If you want to make a wide poster, you're going to change the width to whatever size you feel comfortable. And if you want a tall poster, which is the height, you're going to change the height to whatever size you want. I always use 500 by 600. This is like a perfect size for me. I always have my resolution at 72 and my color mode at RGB. My background content can be whatever you want. You can be white, black, brown color, or transparent. And my color mode is at 8-bit, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now I have this very blank document. Now I'm going to go ahead and do an simple ink poster for you guys. So that's what we're making today. You're going to go ahead and fill the background with maybe a light gray color. And what I did is I just grabbed a color from my color swatches. If yours aren't on the preset colors, you can just click the drop down menu here and click reset swatches. Or you don't have to if you don't want to. And I have this simple here. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a gradient to kind of give it more dimension. So I'm going to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and I'm going to go ahead and add a gradient. Well, if you want to add a gradient, you're going to go to New Fill Layer and click Gradient. And you're going to get this here. I'm going to change my gradient color to red. Just the layer, so on the layers panel here you can actually identify it with the red color. Click OK, and as you see it has a little red by the eyeball. And I'm going to go ahead and do black to white, like so. Click OK, and I'm choosing linear to radial. I'm going to go ahead and flip it to reverse so that the black's on the outside. Change the angle to 0, and I'm going to change the scale to about 180 and click OK. Now we have this here. I'm going to go ahead and on my blending options on my layer gradient fill selected. I'm going to go to normal, and I'm going to simply select soft light, and it gives me this nice little radial looking, which is like light in the middle, dark on the edges. So now that we have this done, we're going to go ahead and think about what images we want to use. Now I want to use dark images. So the two photos that I'm going to use are this one of Hyun-a from Troublemaker first video, and this one of Hoya from Infinite H Special Girl. And as you can see, I have them similar in like style. So we're going to go and drag Hoya over, and they're pretty much HD, and Hyun-a as well. Like so, and we're going to go and close these images out. So now that we have those closed, we're going to go and resize these, and we're going to resize them to make them look more realistic. I'm going to resize Hyun-a first, Control T on your keyboard to resize, or you can just simply go to Edit and Transform and Scale. You're going to click the chain link, I'm going to zoom out. You can see the stopping my images. I'm going to just hold. As I click the chain link, it's going to let me resize my image, and it's going to resize as one, and I have it in different proportions. So I'm going to do about maybe 50% in size. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring Hoya's image on top. I'm going to lower his opacity to his image, and Control T, and I'm going to resize it not as big. I'm going to do it like about here. And I want it so that you can actually view as like it's like a movie poster in a sense. So we're going to do something like this here. Now I'm going to make Hoya's image fully I'm going to go ahead and Control T, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both images. So one layer, I'm going to hold Shift click the other layer, so they're both highlighted. Control T, and I'm going to scale them down a little bit more. Not so much, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it back. Maybe about right here. So to have that done, I'm going to bring in some textures to hide the bottom part. So I'm going to my textures folder, and I'm going to use black and white textures because I'm going to eventually black and white the whole image out. So I love using black and white on Inks posters. So I'm going to bring this one in first. Everything that I use will be in the description box below as a download link, so you guys can go and download that as well. I'm going to bring this up and over, and I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to set normal to soft light, kind of give it a little bit of texture. I'm going to go ahead and try to match Hyun-a and Hoya. So Hyun-a is darker than Hoya, so I'm going to grab the skin tone of Hoya, preferably the light bits. So I'm going to go ahead and lighten it myself by that. Flip it over, grab a dark tone of Hyun-a, not so dark, so I'm going to lighten that as well. Above the two, I'm going to go ahead and down here in the black and white circle is your adjustments. So click that, and I'm going to add a gradient map with the two colors, the normal to soft light. I'm going to lighten Hyun-a's image first too, so I'm brightness and contrast. Brighten her image. Hopefully that should get kind of match. Right click, and I'm going to create a clipping mask so that it only applies to her image. I'm also going to add a vibrance. I'm going to try to make some color come back in there, so I'm selective coloring. Go to yellows. Try to get some of that yellow to go away. And then I'm going to go to neutrals as well and try to add some color in with that too. As well as blacks. Try to darken her image just a smidge. So this is as best as I'm going to get it. I'm going to hold Alt and add a clipping mask to those two. By just holding Alt, you get a little thing next to in between your layers that you can add a clipping mask, or right click and create clipping mask. That's just going to apply to Hyun-a. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a gradient map again, but I'm just simple black and white one so that it affects both images, like so. So I'm going to add this one here. And now we can go ahead and add more textures. I'm going to fix Hoya's image a bit. Use my brush and white and bring the gun back a little bit. Right there where it's overlapping on Hyun-a. So now we have this. I'm going to go ahead and add more textures. You want to go ahead and kind of block the line that's right around here so that you can easily just add like a gradient matte or a gradient in general, black to transparent, like so. And you just have always layer mask, you can fade upwards to kind of delete the line. But I don't want to. I'm just going to simply use textures to hide them. So I'm going to go ahead and use this here. Let's see. Drag it over. Have it placed right around here. Normal. Multiply. Maybe this bit here. Control T, I'm just going to stretch it out like so. Tilt it. Just give it some more illusion. I'm going to leave it underneath the gradient map so that it blends in more with the image. It doesn't appear. I'm going to bring this one up a little bit more so that we have like this. Actually, this one doesn't look that bad. And we're going to lower the opacity of this one. We're going to go ahead and go back and add a few more textures. I'm going to go ahead and add this glass break. I'm going to just use my blue tool, drag it over, make sure it's on top of all the layers. And I'm going to set that to screen maybe. Or soft light. Soft light looks good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer mask, layer mask, reveal all. Grab my brush tool. Opacity, set it up at 100%. I'm going to make my brush round, and I'm just going to kind of delete what's on him, on Hoya's face a bit. I just don't want it to be too much. Like so, and I actually think I'm going to lower the opacity of my brush, just so that it won't be so harsh when I erase. So we get some of that. Then what I'm going to do is add maybe this smoke texture. Not really smoke, but it looks like it. I'm going to add it to lighten first. Screen. And move it down just like so. And last one will be this one here. I don't want to add too many textures, but I'm going to use this one as well. And I'm just simply going to have it right about here. Normal screen. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lighten it. Okay, so now that we're done, I'm going to close these textures down. So now that I have that done, we're going to add text. I'm not sure what I'm going to use, but I'm just going to go ahead and press my T on my Photoshop for my text tool, and it's going to initialize type tool. I'm just going to type in all the lies. So if I'm using for all that, it's called headshot right here. And I'm just going to type in lies. And I'm going to select all of the lies. I'm going to change the color to a reddish tone. Like so. And I'm going to make the font smaller, so I'm just going to like so. Drag it down and put it right here. Tilt it the opposite direction that I did the other one. And then with my text, because it's just black, I'm going to go ahead and double click on it on the layer to open the blending options. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to make sure you guys can see this, but I'm not sure. There we go. I'm going to add an inner shadow. Well, first of all, maybe a color overlay we'll do first. And we're going to just do a lighter gray, like the lighter gray on Hoya's hair, because the texture's over it. I'm going to add an inner shadow first. I'm going to do distance at 0, size, I'm going to bump it up a lot. I'm going to change the mode from multiply to soft light. Then I'm going to add inner shadow as well. I mean inner glow. I'm going to change it to central and I'm going to fade that out like so. Change the color to more of a lighter gray. And I'm set that to soft light as well. Then I'm just going to add a simple gradient overlay. You can't really tell, so it's not really going to matter. Maybe OK. Then we're going to right click. And right click. Back to blending options. Say I might add a stroke. I'm not 100% sure yet. So we're going to do drop shadow. I'm going to do the size at 0. And just the background color to a white color. Just the opacity to 100 and normal. So that has all this here. And we're just going to maybe not so white. Maybe like a lighter gray. Or actually the white doesn't matter. Or maybe the red. The red doesn't blend well. And then a stroke. On the stroke I'm just doing 1 pixel, maybe 2. Click OK. And then with the lice texture, or the lice word, I'm going to set that to color burn. See how it looks. I'm going to leave it where I had it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. And I'm just going to get around brush tool, like so, and do a color wash of one of the lighter colors in the poster, like so. Maybe a whiter color would be better. So you can kind of see the red color burn. I'm just going to lower it just a smidge. So once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and add a coloring PSD. So I'm going to file, I'm browsing my bridge. If you can't browse on your bridge, just go to file, open, and to where you save your PSDs. So the coloring I used is from It's Daniel 91 on DeviantArt. You can go ahead and find it. It's a Vampire Diaries coloring, but it actually works pretty good on a lot of photos, and I really like how it washes out my images. So this is what it looks like finally. I'm going to go ahead and above the all layers, which you have for last layer, click Shift Control Alt E on your keyboard to merge layers visible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter. This is optional, Topaz Labs. I'll go to Topaz Clean. If you're not Topaz Clean, it's fine. And what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and just soften my image a little bit, like so. Let's see if this one does tones. Yeah. Click OK. And then what I like to do is I like to go to Filter, Sharpen, Smart Sharpen as well. And I like to sharpen my image by the 500 amount, and the radius is either 0.2 or 0.3. And 0.3 shows up a lot more. I'm going to click OK, and then what I'm going to do is double click on this image here as well to open up blending options. I'm going to add a stroke, and I'm just going to go outside to inside, and so that it stays there, and I'm just simply going to click one of these colors that are in the background, like so. And click OK and OK, and it's time to save, so you can go to Files, Save As. And you're just going to save it however you want. I'm going to save mine as PNG, and it's in the folder with all the PSDs already, so save there, interlaced, and click OK. And then File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as the PSD as well, and I'm going to call this All the Lies, and save it as well, so you have the PSD to go along, so you guys can check that out as well. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thumbs up, of course, and